Welcome to Beyond the Game Trailer. I am Jay Ilarock, and we're happy to be talking today about A Quiver of Crows. And we're happy to be joined with Chad and Danny Atta. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
I did pronounce the last name right, because I realize sometimes I do mess up. Was that pronounced correctly?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. So as far as A Quiver of Crows, can you guys give us the descriptions for the people that may not have seen this before?
A Quiver of Crows is a twin-stick shooter where you control a crow, and you can play it in two-player mode as well, in a demonic world.
And one really important thing for A Quiver of Crows that we wanted is, as much as we like space and robots and all that kind of stuff, we really wanted to do an organic theme, which is not as common in shmups. And we wanted to have that side view with actual physics, so when things die, it falls to the ground and all that kind of stuff. So those are kind of the main driving designs behind the game.
Did you guys have like inspiration as far as anything like either recent or even classic when you guys were coming up with this?
Well, Alice isn't here. She's the third team member, but me and her really like Dead Nation. It's a top-down, PlayStation game, but we really liked the pacing and the way it played, and we just thought it would be cool if it was a side view, and but it still kind of played that way, but then still had upgrades like a traditional shmup, because like an older influence is like R-Type.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for Danny what your
I mean, some of our inspiration, like Chad said, Dead Nation, and it's a very different type of game with like human beings, 3D. It's a top-down view, but the gameplay where you're fighting hordes and they come at you in like melee style to kill you is something that we're taking inspiration from in making this game. So definitely like fighting hordes and just being like overwhelmed by monsters in certain parts of the game is something that we're trying to achieve, and I think it's coming together. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, and actually that reminds me of he mentions melee, and so a lot of the enemies we've created so far will just try to bite the crow. So it's a little bit different than I guess you can have that in a lot of shmups, but we're kind of using that a lot, where they just don't stay on the other side and shoot at you. They can come right up at you in massive hordes.
And a big thing is also like resurrecting the crows as well.
Rescuing them, yes.
Rescuing, yeah.
Yeah.
Resurrecting, rescuing, yeah. And so, as far as like the music and the physics involved as well, can you give us an idea of what is involved in that?
Well, the music, Alice is our programmer / level editor / composer. So she has a lot of like classically influenced music that she's working on. I wish she was here, and she could probably give like more, like what her influences were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure.
Well, we go back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
Like the music for the trailer, we went back and forth like a bunch of times, and had a round table to decide what that should sound like, and we actually tossed away a bunch of tracks in the process to find the right sound. So it can be really tough. There's just three of us. Alice does the music, and she also helps code. So that maybe explains why we don't have like tons of time to do our PR.
Yeah.
So as far as the progress update in this gameplay trailer, what are we going to be expecting to see?
Well, the latest trailer that's out is a couple months old. So there has been a few things added, but pretty much everything that's in the trailer is up to date. All of the main levels have been designed. The trailer, I think, showcases 3 of them. But there's 2 new areas that are not shown in the trailer. And there's also like a weapon selection HUD that is not shown in the trailer. But aside from that, the trailer basically shows
Shows the meat of the game.
Yeah, the meat of the game.
We wanted the trailer to really reflect what our vision is going to be. So sure, there's going to be more weapons, upgrades, and special attacks, and a buttload more of environments. But the meat of the game, I would say, is represented in that trailer.
And to be clear, the trailer is all the footage you see in the trailer is in game. None of it's edited or tweaked or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, because I know a lot of games, when they're still early on, they have to cheat their way through it. We didn't feel comfortable doing that, so we just kind of waited until we had something playable. We just recorded all of it, edited it together, but nothing is modified.
And when can gamers hope to get their hands on A Quiver of Crows?
Well, right now we're shooting for fall of this year, and we are not getting enough sleep, and we hope to be able to meet that date.
Yeah, it would be really cool to be able to release in fall. So hopefully we stay on schedule.
Yeah. I mean, there's that danger zone, of releasing in the fall. If you're late, like a week or two, you start falling into that area where it's like the worst time to release, because of the Thanksgiving time and all the big games getting released. So it's a really tight deadline because of that. So we're going to do our best to try to make it. And I think if we are late for some reason, we'll have to probably postpone until after that that big, I don't know if you watched T3, but like there's so many amazing games coming out this year that we, a little team like us would just be drowned out by all the screaming voices. So.
And we'll be able to find that on Steam, correct?
Yeah, Steam. Steam is our main focus right now. It's going to be Windows, Mac, Linux. All the builds already work. We have them all tested out, and we've done the alphas for those. And so we're mostly focused right now on building levels, actually. There's a couple system-based things to work on, but it's mostly just building more and more levels.
Yeah, and we saw we've built our first boss.
Oh yeah, our first boss is
really awesome.
Yeah, first boss is done. We got a few more to go. So yeah, like all the major systems are pretty much out of the way now.
All right, awesome. So, I mean, I definitely want to check this out, and I hope that everyone will be able to check this out when it comes out. The game is A Quiver of Crows. And thanks to Chad and Danny for coming on and talking with us.
Thank you so much for having us.
There's a crow outside screaming.
Oh, yeah, did you hear him?
Oh, yeah, I was hearing that. I thought you guys were, like, playing something. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool.
No.
Hey, that's perfect. All right, well, thanks a lot, guys. And, hey, let's check out the trailer.